Mines, northern spawn, medium tank. What options do we have? Spawning on mines in the north with medium tank, you have several options. First of all, you can go to the little island here on the 1 lane and play in this position. But the problem is that the enemy does have a very strong defensive position right here, and pushing down here is very, very risky. Now you can obviously go to the heavy lane and brawl here in the city. However, once again, the southern team has an advantage here because this is a very strong defensive position. Now, what I like to do is I like to push all the way up here because I can get crossfire to all those heavy tanks which are brawling here with our heavy tanks and get crossfire right here. Now this pushes, this crossfire either deletes those tanks out of the game, or it at least forces those tanks to fall back like this to not take damage from my position. And if they do so, they open up the way for me to sneak towards the hill and then play the hill. So this is a way to finally arrive at the hill without losing any damage. Now, word of caution, if you're playing on the hill, then you will, or if your team has won the hill, then you will find enemy tanks going to this position and trying to proxy spot everybody who's playing here or here, and maybe also in this position. So be advised that those proxy spots are possible, and you have to be very careful to exploit the hill. So first of all, as you can see, I am playing the T-78, which is a tank destroyer. However, as this tank is very mobile and has a fully rotatable turret, my playstyle is I play this tank as a medium tank. So this is why I showed this video as a guide for this map with medium tanks. Now, as you can see, I'm moving to this position here. You can first of all support your teammates and take shots on the enemy tanks which are rushing the hill, which is a great support for your team, because now, as you can see, our tanks have managed to win the hill. And now I go to this position, and from this position I can get wonderful crossfire towards the heavy tanks which are playing in the middle. Keep in mind, the goal is to eventually win the hill, and well, that has already worked in our situation. So now we might even get shots on the tank destroyer sitting in the back. And here you go, I have to load premium ammunition. Here you go, nice. And so yeah, from this position you can pretty much support your team by winning the hill. Now, as the hill is already won, I will advance on the hill, and I'm turning my turret towards the side where the enemies might be, or the opponent tanks might be looking towards me. And now it is time to play on the hill, and the position here where the Zoo 130 PM is pretty risky, because as soon as a tank is proxy spotting you, you can be taken under fire from all the tank destroyer positions in the back. Now, the wonderful thing about the hill is you have access to basically the whole map, so you can get crossfire here. As you can see, I'm proxy spotted from the T-28 HTC, so I want to reverse. You can get crossfire into the northern position, so the defensive position of the enemy team on the C9 position. But you can also get shots on the tank destroyer sitting on the K lane. So winning the hill on mines is the key to success. And now what you want to do is you want to go to behind this little ruin here to see whether you are proxy spotted. And only if you're not proxy spotted, you can go towards the bushes and try to spot tanks which are sitting in the back. But always have in mind, always have an eye on the minimap and see whether enemy tanks are trying to proxy spot you. So this is very, very important. And then yeah, from this position, just play cautiously, maybe get one or another blind shot onto the K lane, and that's about it. This is how you can get access to the hill spawning in the north, but then also dominate the game. As soon as tanks are spotted, you can take them under fire, which is excellent, and from here basically win the game.